Hey everyone. So I wanted to go over a few things, especially with the State of Matter CK12 article, because I think that, especially in the very beginning, talking about polar molecules can be extremely confusing, since in seventh grade science, we really don't do too much chemistry. So all I wanted to do was just really talk about what that means, what are polar molecules, and then if you would like to know more, I have given some more slides and things like that so that you guys can listen in on a little bit more information. But I am going to let you know when I move on to there. So, first things first, just understanding a water molecule in general. So, we always talk about this as H2O, which means that we have two hydrogens and one oxygen. So with this, oxygen actually has a slight negative charge to it, and hydrogen has a slight positive charge to it. That's what makes it polar, is because you have these opposite charges. So some of it has a slight negative, some of it has a slight positive, hence why it is called a polar molecule. And with this, the reason why this is so important is because it allows water molecules to have all their special properties that are mentioned in the State of Matter CK12 article. Because they can stick together, it's kind of like a magnet. When you have the north and the south, they kind of attract one another. Positive, negative, they attract one another. So if you see here, we have like our positive hydrogens will actually form a bond with our negative oxygen. That's what makes our water molecules so important and why they have all of these special properties that most other molecules don't have. Now, some molecules will have some of them, just not all of them, like the water molecules. So for this assignment and for seventh grade science, that's all you need to know because we really don't go into chemistry. However, if you would like to know more, you can go ahead and we're going to keep on going. If you're like, nope, I'm set, I'm good with this information, this is all my brain can handle, go ahead and close this video, go back to the CK12 article and answer the rest of the questions, okay? So for those of you who are sticking around, I'm just going to kind of go a little bit more in depth. So one thing or another reason why these polar molecules are so important is a lot of organisms really, really need these special properties that water molecules have. So for example, surface tension is also mentioned in the CK12 article. Again, it's really because we have these bonds that are created between the polar molecules. And one example is surface tension, and the example I gave you is this what's called a basilisk lizard, and it's able to run on water, and it's able to run on water because of the polar molecules and their bonds between each other. Now, how exactly do these atoms get these charges? Well, it has something to do with something called electronegativity. And electronegativity is really fascinating, but it can be very, very complicated at the same time. Here's the simplistic version of what electronegativity means. It is the attraction an atom has to other electrons. So oxygen, which has a slight negative charge to it, actually has a lot of attraction and it wants electrons a lot. That's what makes it negative. I know that might seem a little like kind of backwards, but that's how this works. So it's really all has to do with this word called electronegativity. Again, this is not something you're necessarily going to learn in seventh grade science. This is chemistry. This is now we're going into the chemistry portion, but if you wanted to know more, this is how these atoms get these slight charges. Now, if you're still super, super interested and you still want to know a little bit more, go ahead and watch this video. Go to YouTube and just put in properties of water with the Amoeba sisters. It's about 7 minutes long, but it's going to go ahead and go through a little bit more information about what makes a polar molecule, and also the special properties of water. So I hope this helps understand what polar molecules actually mean. And if you guys need any help at all, please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope you have a fantastic Friday. All right. Have a great one, everyone. Be safe, be good. See you soon.